Hi everyone, welcome to video number 2 of how to scale and expand your business by creating incredible online courses. I am Jocelyn Mercado and I'm so excited to share this video number 2 information with you today. So today is all about how to find your perfect online course topic that will magnetize your ideal clients. And in this video, you're going to learn a process to decide on an amazing online course topic that will magnetize your ideal clients and that you will love to teach. And how to take that idea and test it with your audience during your launch and refine it and create an even more perfect and even more focused topic for your course that will help it to sell like hotcakes because it's exactly what your audience asked for. And also we're going to talk about what to do if you have fears around being visible with your important message, because I know for some of you, creating this course may be about sharing something new and a little bit different than what you've shared in your work so far, and that you are becoming more and more true to your true deep message, right? And so it's about coming out in a more visible way, in a more public way with your soul's mission. So I want to definitely talk about that because that is so important. Now, first of all, though, I want to thank everyone who attended live or watched the replay of video number 1. And just to recap a little bit from that video for anyone listening today who may have missed it, you should definitely go back and check it out, because in video number 1, we covered how online courses can increase your income, give you back precious time and freedom, and grow your audience. We also covered why your email list is the most important asset in your business and how during a course launch you can actually grow your list in a really fun and exciting way. And we talked about you don't have to use social media if you don't want to. You know, if social media is your thing, that's fantastic. And we talked about opportunities to use social media. But also if you are allergic to social media, like I know many in my audience are, and you prefer not to use it, then you don't have to. There's lots of other ways to get the word out that are very, very powerful. And so we also talked about how to set yourself up for continued and compounded success during future course launches because of growing your list during the current course launch, right? Because when we grow our list, it just expands our opportunity for income because it expands our number of perfect, ideal clients who are ready to work with us that we have a communication with and that we're communicating and developing a relationship with. And also I want to say just a special thanks to all of you who posted your wonderful comments and questions during the live call and who shared your insights during video number 1. If you are watching this and you missed video number 1, just go to this link to register if you're not already registered. The link is right here. It's wearesacredplanet.com/scale with online courses, and those last 4 words are hyphenated. Now, if you're already registered and you missed video number 1, then just check your emails, because that email contains the link where all of the replays will be posted. So you don't want to miss a thing here. Okay, wonderful. Now, for everyone watching this today on YouTube, and I have specifically placed this video to you available on YouTube because I really want you to share your thoughts and your questions and your comments and your insights in the comments section below the YouTube video, because I want to see what your questions are. I want to see what your comments are, and I will be popping in there to answer them and respond, and I will take note of them. So please, anything that comes up for you as far as a question, or if you're confused about anything I say today, please write it in the YouTube comments, and then I can get back to you on that. Okay, so in this video series overall, we are focusing on how online courses, when they're launched strategically, can expand your audience, scale your business, and bring you amazing income, even if you have a small list to begin with. Even if you have never successfully launched a course before, even if you have fears around being visible with your soul's mission message. And today I'm going to take you through a process that is going to bring about a major transformation for you in your thoughts and in how you're approaching getting started on your online course, because truly getting started is the hardest part. And knowing how to begin can be really the place where so many of us get stuck, right? So today I'm going to lead you on a journey from not being sure about what you should teach in your course to having absolute certainty and clarity about the perfect topic for your ideal clients and where to really focus in on how to help them. And your ideal clients are the people out there who are perfect to work with you, who have the financial ability to pay what your course is really worth, and who are ready to take action in their lives, right? So they're ready to jump into your course. Those are your ideal clients for your course. And those are the people that we want to be reaching and interacting with and honing your course based on what they really need. So we're going to talk about all of that today. There's one part of this process that you'll do here during the call with me, and then another part that I'll invite you to go and do in the online space when you are ready to be in the process of your course launch. Now, here's the thing. When you create an online course, there are two aspects of the course that will determine whether it is profitable or not. One is the launch, which we talked about in video number 1, and we'll cover more in videos 3 and 4. And the second is the topic or subject matter of your course, and that's what we're going to be really focusing in on today. Now, it's not that any topic you might choose is right or wrong, good or bad, but here's what you need to pay attention to. The ideal course for you lies at the intersection of, number 1, a topic that lights you up, that you are just so passionate about and you cannot wait to teach, right? So that's over here. This perfect topic for you that you are just so passionate about. And number 2 is over here, a topic that is extremely powerful and important for your ideal clients that they can't say no to because it's going to solve such a big problem for them or transform their lives in a way that deeply matters to them. So where these two cross, where these two come together, that is where your perfect course lies. Now, I learned this the hard way. So as I shared in video number 1, I've been creating online courses for 4 years now, and I've taken pretty much every training imaginable on how to create and launch the best courses. And then I took all that information and got really serious about trying and testing different things from those different trainings and figuring out what actually worked for the way that I wanted to do business, which, as you all know, is not the mainstream markety way, right? In a way that's really kind and generous and lets my heart and my generosity show through, and that actually allowed me to create profitable courses that I love teaching. And so that's what I'm sharing with you in this video series, is my tips and strategies and secrets that have allowed me to grow my list and scale my business while creating hugely successful and profitable online courses. But at the beginning, it was not easy. When I created my first course, my thought process was way too much around what I thought I should do, right? What I was supposed to be sharing. So I was creating very much from a place of, what should I do? What do I have to do, right, to bring in the income? What do other people want me to do? So have you ever been there, right? Type yes in the comments if you've been in that place, okay, of the shoulds and the have tos and what do other people want from me. And my thought process went something like this. So I was thinking, my purpose is to help other people find their life's purpose, which was what I thought right at the beginning. And so in order to give people what they want, my first course has to be about how to find your life's purpose. And then, so that was the conclusion that I came to, right? And I went and spent weeks and weeks and weeks creating this beautiful course all about how to find your life's purpose. And then when I went to sell that first course, only 2 people bought it. So again, type in the comments, have you ever been there? Have you made something amazing and only 1 or 2 people bought it? That is not a fun place to be, right? And I ended up refunding them both because I just couldn't see putting all of the time and energy into delivering that course that was supposed to be an 8-week course to only 2 people. That just did not make any sense. So we can learn a lot from this example, and I certainly did. So one thing we can learn is that you can never be truly creative and tapped into your inner wisdom and connected with the higher intelligence of the universe You can never be truly connected to the larger plan, right, that the universe has for your work when you are thinking in terms of shoulds and have-tos. You're just not going to be able to get to that creative place. And another thing we can learn is that we should always test our potential course topics with our audience before actually creating them. This is so important. Don't create it until you've done the work in connecting with your audience and making sure this is really what they need and want. So when we do that, it will, first of all, save you a lot of time and money and wasted effort from creating a course that people won't buy, right? And secondly, the course that you do end up creating is going to be so much more amazing and fun for you to teach and exciting for your ideal clients to receive, because it's going to be packed full of exactly what they asked you for. So instead of looking at it from a surface level and asking, what should I teach in my course? What do I have to teach that people will, that people need? We're going to walk you through a really deep process here in just a moment, which is what I now use to create all of my courses. And this is so that you can find the course idea that just lights you up with passion and excitement and that will best serve your ideal clients. Okay, so let's get started, and go ahead and grab a paper, a piece of paper and a pen, or a notebook or a journal or whatever you like to write in. And this is going to be something you want to hang on to. So if you have a journal that you use all the time, I would highly recommend putting it there. You're going to want to refer back to this. So go ahead and grab that, come right back, pause the video if you need to. Now I'm going to ask you some questions, and I invite you to take a minute or two, like pause the video as you're watching it, to take a minute or two to write down your responses to these questions, and just really use this time watching the video as your active working time, because you're going to get so much done and be so much further ahead, right? So rather than just listening to me say these questions, really, really take this time. It's going to be so valuable for you to write them down. Now, one thing I will say is don't take 10 minutes to answer each question. Give yourself like a minute or two. This is something where we want to really have you work through it fairly quickly, because that's where the most focused insights are going to come in. So you could even set a timer for 2 minutes, pause my video and answer each question. Just write, for 2 minutes and then stop. That's a really good way to do it. And again, this does not have to be perfect. This is about brainstorming. This is about just tapping into the deeper levels of your consciousness, getting access to information that you wouldn't normally have. Okay, so question number 1. If you could choose one thing in all the world that you would most love to teach about, whether you think it would be well received by your audience or not, what would it be? Go ahead and write that down. And again, pause the video if so you can take a little more time with each of these. Pause the video between each one. Question number 2. Go ahead and list some topics that you just can't stop talking about. Topics that you find yourself getting up on the soapbox about and getting all passionate about, right, whenever the subject comes up. What is it? And this doesn't have to be even necessarily business related. This could be, what do you get all passionate talking about with your friends and family, or with your coworkers, or with or with your clients? What do you get passionate about? Okay, question number 3. Write down something that you take a strong, polarizing stand on. For those of you who heard my interview in Fearless Female Entrepreneurs, I talked a lot about this. This is really important. What is something that you feel so strongly about and it's polarizing? Like, people either tend to totally agree with you or totally disagree. This is something where there's not a lot of middle ground, and it's something you feel really strongly about, one side of the coin. And let me just note, this is really important, because it's okay to ruffle some feathers. It's okay to get people stirred up. It's okay to have people who strongly disagree with you, because when it's something that's coming from your heart, it's coming from your soul's mission, and you feel that strongly about it and you're ready to take a stand for it, there's going to be so many more people who really strongly agree with you. And first of all, you're empowering them by taking that strong stand. And also they're going to be ready to rally around you. They're going to want to learn more about you because you're having the courage to take this stand and really bring up, this, whatever the important issue is. So write down something you take a strong polarizing stand on. Write down as many things as you can that you take a strong stand on. Okay, question number 4. What is it that your current clients are always asking you? What is it that you find yourself saying 5, 10, or 15 times every week or every month to people, and you know that a larger audience really needs to hear about this too? Question number 5, what is your current client's number one problem in all the world? The people that are magnetized to you currently, what is their biggest struggle and challenge and problem? And question number 6 is, looking at what you wrote for question number 5, write down some ways that you would love to help people with that challenge or obstacle or problem. Okay, so I hope you have paused in between those questions and really taken a good couple of minutes with every single one and really done a lot of brainstorming there. Now, look at your list of everything you have written and just take a minute to go back and circle or highlight the ideas that came through that you would love to teach an online course about. And yes, circle them even if you think at first glance that it might not work for a course. Really, I invite you to really think creatively about this. You want to create a course that's different and unique. You want to create a course that maybe you're going to teach in a new creative way that no one has ever done before. So don't let any preconceptions or limiting beliefs keep you away from your amazing course topic. Once you have circled or highlighted all of your favorite ideas, I invite you to write those favorite ideas out in a separate list on a brand new fresh page. And when you do that, when you copy over your favorite ideas to this brand new page, try to narrow it down to between 3 and 5 of the top most amazing course ideas. If you have like 5 to 7, that's okay too. I'm just trying to make it easier for you as we get into the narrowing down process, right? So try to keep it to 3 to 5. But if you have 7 that you just are in love with, that's fine. Write those 7 and let these be ideas that will allow you to be creative and to be at your edge for what you really think is possible, right? Because we're visionaries here. We're revolutionaries. I know if you're in my audience and you're listening to this, you're not trying to create the cookie cutter online course. You're trying to create something visionary and new and different, and that's really going to create transformation in the world. Okay, so let it be an idea that feels exciting, maybe even a little scary to you. And let it be something that will be so much fun for you to explore and design and really deliver to your people. Okay, so write down those ideas on a separate list. And again, pause this video and take a little time for that. Once you've done that and written down your top 3 to 5 or maybe up to 7 most amazing course ideas, I want you to wait at least 24 hours and come back to this newest list on a fresh new day and really zoom in on the top number 1 idea that you want to go with. Now, you have this beautiful list. You're not throwing away the other ideas. You're not crumpling them up and putting them in the trash. You're saving them for later. Okay, because we need to get focused now at this point. The top number 1 idea is the one you're going to move forward in testing with your audience, okay? And know that if you test it and it seems to be a total flop, you have a list of all these other ideas you can come back and test with them too in the same way, okay? But choose the one that you are really the most excited about, feels creative, it feels new and different and exciting, and let's move forward with how you're going to test this idea. Now, with the top number 1 idea that you have, I want you to follow part of the process that I outlined in video number 1, which is creating your free gift or opt-in that is aligned with this topic. So again, just for the sake of an example, I'm going to use the example of a book writing online course. So let's say that the online course idea that you are most excited about is a course that will help people write their whole book in 4 months or less. Okay. So if that was the idea that you narrowed it down to once you just did this exercise here, this is your top number one idea that you want to move forward with and test with your audience, then you want to create a free gift that is aligned with that, that is going to bring in people from all different audiences into your audience, and that will be aligned with the course topic that you believe you're going to ultimately be teaching. So in this case, your free gift might be an ebook to help them get started writing their book, right? Maybe it's to write the first 5 pages or the first chapter, something like that. So that will be your free gift. And then you want to go and start sharing that free gift in all the different ways that resonate with you from what I shared in video number 1. So definitely refer back to video number 1 for this part. And that's going to take a little bit of time. Okay. Maybe a week, maybe a couple weeks, maybe a little bit more, but go with it. This is all really, really valuable time that you're spending here. Once you have some new people who have opted into your list from that free gift, and this is going to be before you introduce your second in line free gift, okay, as far as what I outlined in video number 1. Once you have those new people on your list, you're going to send out a survey asking them some key questions that will help you decide where to focus in your online course. Now this, all the work you've done up till now is leading you to this point where you are going to get some extremely valuable information from your potential future clients. Okay, so really take some time with creating this survey and make it really good. Make it so that it really zeroes in on some points that are going to help you in creating not only your online course that you're creating right now, but also future offerings, right? These questions in this survey are going to tell you what people out there in the world are really needing from you. So let me give you some ideas for sample questions that you can ask them. Now, again, take these and be creative with it. These are just some ideas to get you started, okay? What you want to ask in your survey is questions that will reveal to you, first of all, their biggest challenges, right? Your ideal client's biggest challenges, because this will give you insights into how you can help them transform their lives in your course. And then secondly, you want the survey questions to reveal to you the outcomes they most deeply desire. So you'll know how you can build a course that provides these key outcomes. Okay, so here are some sample questions that you can ask your people. What did you like best about the free gift that you offered them, right? What did you like best about the ebook on writing the first chapter of your book? Okay. Or you could ask them, what questions do you have about moving forward with next steps on the key item your free gift helped them with? So using our same example that we've been going forward with, you could say, what questions do you have about how to move forward with next steps and continuing to write beyond the first chapter of your book, right? You want to find out what questions do they have now that they've gotten your free gift, hopefully worked through your free gift or at least started on that process. Where might they be stuck? Where do they have questions? Where are they confused? Where are they getting hung up? Okay, because this is where their challenges are. This is your ideal client's challenges, right? And that's where you can ideally help them. Okay, another thing you could ask is, what is your biggest challenge around writing a book, right? Or what is your biggest challenge around whatever the subject is that you want to teach your online course about? You can also ask them if they would like to learn more about whatever topic it is that you're thinking your online course would be about. So in this example, you could ask them, would you like to learn how to get your full book written in 4 months or less? You can, if that's what your course is about, just very pointedly ask them about that. You don't have to tell them it's a course, right? You don't want to, that would be kind of weird at this point, right? To start talking about a course. You're not introducing the course yet, but you can say, you know, would you love to learn about how to write your book in 4 months or less, and see what their response is. And you can make that a yes or no question, and then you can put follow-ups based on whether they said yes or no. And most survey, even so for a survey, you can use SurveyMonkey. I use Typeform, which you do have to pay for, but it has a lot of advanced options and advanced reporting. There are lots of survey, programs out there. So you can make that one a yes or no question. Would you like to learn more about my online course topic? And then for the next question, put something asking them to more thoroughly explain their response. So you could just have them answer yes or no there. And then the next question could be, why did you put that response, or give me more details about why you put that response? Or you can have the survey, like if they said no, ask them this question. If they said yes, ask them this question. And you can say something like, if you said no, what would be most valuable for you to learn instead? Right? So maybe they don't want to know how to write their book in 4 months or less. Maybe your online course is off, and you'll find out from a lot of people in your survey that they really don't want to learn about that. If so, this is extremely valuable. This is going to save you so much time. And what they write as the answer to this question can give you a lot of information about what maybe you should teach instead, right? If you said no, what would you like to learn instead? Or you can ask them, if you said yes, what would be the number one outcome you would hope to achieve from learning how to write a book in 4 months, right? Do they want money? Do they want just a sense of accomplishment? Do they want to get their important message out into the world, right? What is it that they want? And then from that information, you will know how to word the outcome they're going to get from your online course, because then you know what's most valuable to them. You can also ask them a general question in the survey. This is often a good thing to put as the last question in the survey. What other information would you like for me to provide in future offerings, right? Or what would you most like to learn, or what would most help you on your journey of book writing, right? Insert your topic here. What would most help you, or be most valuable to you on your journey of book writing going forward, right? And just see what they say. See what they say. This information is so, so valuable. Now, this survey is going to be so helpful to you in creating your course. Not only will it give you more in-depth topics and subtopics to include in your course. So if you were going to make a course about writing your book in 4 months, this survey, if it comes back that people do want more information on that topic, you're going to also find out through all the different questions, what are the places that they're getting stuck? What are the reasons that they haven't written a book already? What are the things that they really need the most help with? And those are all subtopics to help them with as you go throughout, the modules of your course. Or if they say no, they don't want that topic, then it will give you a whole new focus to the course you thought you were going to teach. So maybe it's that they do want that topic, but maybe they really need 6 months. Maybe 4 months sounds scary to them, right? Maybe that's what comes through in the questions. Or who knows what variation they could be, right? Or maybe, like I said, it's a whole different topic that you realize that people really want from you. Now, I do recommend offering some type of free gift that's different than the free gift they opted in to get onto your list, and give that gift to people who complete the survey. It's helpful because, we all need a little motivation. We're all very busy. It's tough to do things just for free, but if they think they're going to get something really valuable, it will help you to get more responses, more completed surveys in. So this survey free gift should be something fairly small and really easy for you to administer. So maybe a podcast interview that you've done before, or a summit interview, or an ebook that you already have on hand. Something that, I don't want you to go into a whole lot of trouble of creating another free gift here, but something you can give them that they will really enjoy. Maybe it's a meditation that you've recorded in the past, something easy for you to give them, but so that they have a little extra incentive to complete the survey. And so once you have gathered this information from the survey, you're going to have so many new insights about what to teach in your course. Then you can proceed with, first of all, going ahead and getting more into creating your course, like starting to create the more detailed outline of your course based on the survey results. And also moving on to the next phase, which is launching your course, okay? And that's when you would start with like a webinar series, or, these other steps that we talked about a little bit in video 1. So I hope this has all been so helpful to you. And there's one more thing that I want to address in this video number 2. because I know this is something that a lot of people in my audience struggle with, right? This is one of the big challenge points for people that tend to be in my audience. So this is about how to jump into this process of creating your course, creating your free gift, doing the survey, even if you have fears around being visible. So how this can show up, this fear of being visible, it's kind of like a fear of success, right? We all know that we have some fear of failure, and that's one thing, and that's kind of easy to wrap our heads around. But what about a fear of success, right? Fear of success means that, and my lighting got off here, I'm trying to get back in the light, there we go. Fear of success is a feeling of, okay, if I become successful, what if that hurts other people around me, like people in my family somehow, right? What if that, my success in some way is challenging for them? Could be your partner, could be your siblings, right? What if my success is a challenge for other people that are important to me? Or what if my success changes who I am, right? Or what if my success, puts me in the public eye and people say bad things about me? That's another thing, right? So all of these are fears around becoming visible, fears around success. And the one around people criticizing you or having a negative reaction to you is really strong, and that can stop us from even getting started. And that's why I want to address that here, because I want you to be able to get started powerfully on this and not get hung up because of old fears that are hanging on. So as I said, I hear this a lot from my people, right? How can I create online courses or webinars or videos to promote my course if I have a deep-seated fear of being truly visible with my important message? And here are the fears you might be confronting within yourself. Here are some of the fears, right? What if I get criticized? What if no one likes me? Or what if I get ignored, right? Or what if people question my authority and my credentials? Or what if my family disapproves in some way? Or what if people don't like that I'm trying to sell them something? Or what if my soul's mission message makes me look foolish or like I'm a fraud? And so these are very real, right? These are very real fears. These are very real getting outside of our comfort zone things that we need to talk about, that need to be out in the open. And so if you've been kind of being in this space of staying a little bit anonymous, playing it a little bit small, it can be really terrifying to contemplate putting yourself out there in a big new way for the first time. But here's the thing, nothing that you truly want for yourself, nothing that's truly going to help you move forward and create a new experience for yourself in your life is within your comfort zone, right? We've got to get outside of our comfort zone in order to create a new experience and really, have a new experience around money, around getting our message out there, around having ideal clients flocking into our audience. We've got to create a new experience, and getting outside of our comfort zone is the way to do that. And if you haven't been getting the results that you want so far, then continuing with your habitual patterns around not putting yourself out there quite as much as you could, it's not going to get you different results, right? With different results, to get different results, you've got to do something different. So here's the truth around all of those fears around visibility. So first of all, it's quite unlikely that you're going to get very much criticism, if any at all, or questioning or negative comments. You're going to be sharing this information with your friends and your audience and your community and your followers. And these are people who want to hear from you. They are either, close with you already, or if they're just finding you now, they're resonating with your message. They're feeling a connection with you. They're feeling a trust in what you're sharing. They want to hear from you. Okay. So really know that and trust in that. And so the chance that these people are going to criticize you for giving them what they want and what they felt a connection with it's really very low. Secondly, if you do get any negative comments, let me just reframe that for you, because sure, it can happen. I've gotten negative comments. I've gotten negative comments both from strangers who found me online. I've gotten negative comments from people in my family, right? Both of those are very hard for different types of reasons. But here's the thing. It's okay. It's okay, because if you're getting a couple, and again, you're not going to get a flood of negative comments, right? It's going to be one or two here, one or two there. It's not going to be a big thing if it even happens at all. But if and when that happens, what that tells you is that you are taking your strong stand, right? You are saying something that might be a little bit polarizing. You are having the courage, not being afraid to maybe ruffle some feathers, okay? And that's a really beautiful thing. That is such a good thing, because that means you are making an impact. You are getting other people out of their comfort zone, right? And that's what we're here as. Again, I know if you're in my audience, you are a visionary, you are a revolutionary. We're here to get people out of their comfort zone. We're here to help people stop living in the same old ways, right? And change their lives and make progress in their own lives, right? So as you're doing that for yourself, you're also helping people to do that in their own lives. So as long as you know that you are staying true to your message and following your heart, following your intuition, and really staying grounded in your integrity, then if people get a bit uncomfortable with what you're saying, that's actually a good thing. It means you are waking them up out of their habitual old patterns, out of their slumber and playing small, right? You are a change agent. And change is something that's challenging for people to accept. So sticking to your vision, taking that strong stand, trusting that you're on the right path is really going to help you weather any storms that come your way in the process. And again, I just want you to know that for the most part, there are not going to be storms. I've seen this time and time again, both for myself and for my clients. The people who appreciate and value and support what you're doing are going to vastly outnumber any critics or any skeptics. So you've got to focus on your core audience, the people that you're here for, the people who trust you and again, who resonate with your message and really admire and value what you're bringing out into the world. So are you here for those people who believe and who want to go on this adventure with you? Or are you going to get hung up worrying about the grumpy people and the skeptics that are out there, right? Don't throw it all away just because of those few people, those few grumps that are out there, right? I know you want to build your tribe of supporters and followers and people who hear your strong stand and say, yes, I feel the same way, right? So that means really keep your eye on the ball, focused on what you know in your heart, focused on the people who are asking for you to share your knowledge and wisdom. They are waiting for you. They need you. Okay? Don't hold back. Don't deprive the people who really need you just because of fear of a few a few naysayers out there. Okay. So I hope that is helpful to you. And so that's everything that I wanted to share in video number 2. And next up, coming out on Thursday, March 7th, we have video number 3, which is going to be about how to exit the dollars for hours hamster wheel, which I know many of us know very well, right? How to really exit that hamster wheel once and for all, or AKA how to raise your prices and stay in your zone of genius. I can't wait to share with you about this topic, because I know this is something that's also really, really big for my clients and my audience, wanting to give so much, right? And not charging enough, not charging what you're really worth, because you're such a generous, loving person. But we can't let ourselves get run down. We can't get ourselves into a place of exhaustion and burnout because we're overgiving. We have to be able to really charge what our time and energy is worth, or truly our time and energy is priceless, right? But to charge a price that honors us significantly, usually significantly more than what we're already charging, and to get away from this whole dollars for hours thing, which is it's just exhausting. So There is a way out of that stuck place. There is a way out of the dollars for hours world, and there is a way out of the undercharging world. And online courses are a key part of getting off of that hamster wheel. So I will see you on Thursday. We're going to talk a lot more about that then. And please do take just a moment right now to place a comment about what you thought about this video, or any questions you have, any lingering questions, comments, concerns. Go ahead and put that in the comments below this YouTube video. I'm going to be checking back in here. I can't wait to hear what you all have to say, and I'll be responding to any questions. Okay, I'll see you on Thursday for video number 3. Many blessings to all of you. Have a wonderful day.